بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Today we will have the beginning of Surat Al-Hajj. And Surat Al-Hajj, they said it's Makkiyah في معظم آياتها. Most of the verses were revealed in before Hijrah. That's what it means. When you say Makkiyah, it is before Hijrah. Al-Madaniyah after Hijrah. That's what it means. And I think the scholar said something also very important, is that most of the time when you hear Ya Ayyuhan Nas, this is Makkiyah, because this is the beginning of da'wah. When we say Ya Ayyuhal Ladhina Amanu, it's most likely it is what? Madaniyah. That's very important. And it gives you a clue of Makkiyah and Madaniyah. And if you see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sometimes He talks to mankind, all of us. Ya Ayyuhan Nas. يا أيها الناس اتقوا الله الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة. Subhanallah. And from there you know He's not talking about only Muslims, because we are all created of what? Of one soul. And they say the same thing here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sometimes He addresses to everybody, not only Muslims. يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وجعلناكم شعوبا. That's not only for Muslims. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس. Even if you are kafir, your grandfather is Adam, right? يا أيها, something here. وفي الحقيقة إذا قال يا أيها الناس يقول اتقوا الله. Fear Allah. إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم. وعليه السلام. مرحبا. كيف حالك؟ إن زلزلة الساعة شيء. Even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is talking about the earthquake that will happen on the day of But the question is it going to happen here or after the death? Is it in dunya or al-akhirah? It is in this what? In dunya. As we will know, that هذه من علامات القيامة الكبرى. These are the bigger sign of what? We said before that we have the smaller signs and what? The bigger signs. Smaller signs have been coming. They're coming every day. They're coming every day. كثرة الحرج, the killing of people. Now today, whenever happen, people are killed in thousands. It's mass killing. هذه من العلامات الكبرى. وأن تلدت الأمة ربتها. A woman give birth to a child and she's afraid of the child. That's happened here a lot. People are afraid of their children here. They serve their children. You see. So this is من العلامات الكبرى. وكما يقول العلماء, just the scholar said, the bigger sign when they start coming, they don't stop. كخرزات. Kharazat is like a necklace. When you carry it, then the pieces start falling after. They don't stop. العلامات الكبرى هكذا. علامات الصغرى has been coming for a long time, since the coming of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wa. لأنه هو نفسه قال عن نفسه بعثت أنا والساعة كهاتين. Even his coming as a last prophet is a sign of the end of what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the way he considers things is different from the way we do. For us, that's a long time. It's 1400 years ago. But he told Sayyidina Musa, قال إن الساعة آتية أكاد أخفيها. Even Sayyidina Musa is saying it's coming. لأن كل آت قريب. وما هو آت كما يقول العرب. Everything that is coming, remember, it is near. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is how He sees it. So he's warning us here. إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم. It's a big thing. But remember, the earthquake, when it happens in Japan or anywhere, it takes seconds, right? But look at the damage it creates. But a day will come, this will take hours, days. Imagine that. The earthquake that we see here, it happened in few what? Few what? Few seconds, and destroy the whole city sometimes. Now imagine that is coming a day, a week. وَذَا قَالَ إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْضُ وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا. Now this earthquake is going to continue. Now imagine that. وحتى الله سبحانه وتعالى يعبر عنها بأنه شيء عظيم. Even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala expresses this earthquake as what? It's a big thing. قال يوم ترونها, when you see it, تذهل كل مرضعة عما أرضعت. قالوا في اللغة العربية كلمة تذهل يعني تشتغل عن الشيء. Whenever at that time, even if you are feeding something, you will run away from it. And you know, when let's say a woman is feeding the baby, there's nothing more expensive to that lady more than what? More than that baby. ولكنها تذهل عنها يعني تشتغل عنها. Running, I mean, you're not even concerned. About what? About that. وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها. لم يقل وتضع الناس حملها. حتى الحيوانات ستضع الحمل. Those who are pregnant, they will deliver, even if the time is not near. That's how, because remember, psychologically, the biological effect on the body, you know, women sometimes when they get into accidents in a car, all of a sudden we said what? She had what? Miscarriage. So there is a function of the body inside but why? Because of the fear of what we have what? Not only people are so afraid, قال وترى الناس سكارى. You see them as drunk. ولكن ما هو, they didn't drink anything. That's how you will see people cannot withstand this. They cannot sustain it. The thing that you see, how can you? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us about the horrors, the tribulation of that day. قال وترى الناس سكارى وما هم ليسوا بسكارى. They didn't drink. They're not drunk. But if you see them, subhanallah, people have lost their balance, their equilibrium. They have lost it. قال ولكن عذاب الله شديد. It is because of the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is a tremendous. Now, he comes back again, because you will see this a lot in this ayah, in this surah. وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يُجَادِلُ فِي اللَّهِ. يعني they say this is a man, one of the worst enemy of Prophet. It's called An-Nadr bin Harith. Okay? قال كان يجادل في الله ويقول بأن الله ليس قادرا على إحياء البشر. He said that he used to dispute that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is never able to recreate people, to resurrect us. قال بغير علم. There's no foundation for that. What? قال ويتبع كل شيطان مريد. He follows his what? His own shaitan. ويتبع كل شيطان Why he called al-marid? Al-marid هو المتمرد. Al-marid is rebellious, because shaitan rebelled against who? Against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Shaitan rebelled. And al-kafir rebels against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This man is not following any science. And as we have proved here many times, that Allah is capable of creating and recreating what? Mankind. And the recreation is even easier than what? The second creation is easier than what? Than the first. قال وهو الذي يبدأ الخلق ثم يعيده وهو أهون عليه. قال وهو أهون عليه. He creates and recreates, but the recreation is يقول العلماء إن إعادة البناء أسهل من البناء. Even حتى الترميم بالنسبة للمباني, even the rehabilitation of the buildings that has been built, which one is difficult? Is it to build from the scratch or to renew the building? Then which one is easier? Renewing is easier than what? Human being is like that. The first one is even difficult. If Allah is capable of doing the first one, then the second one is what? It's even easier. قال كتب عليه كتب عليه يعني كتب على الشيطان. This is talking about shaitan now. أنه كتب عليه أنه من تولاه يعني من تولى الشيطان فإنه يضله. The word itself from إنه يضله will show you that this is referring back to who? To shaitan. كتب عليه أنه من تولاه يعني جعله وليا. Whoever support the shaitan فإنه يضله. Not only that, ويهديه إلى عذاب السعير. عذاب السعير, we all know what عذاب السعير is. Now, Allah comes because another Bun Harith was disputing the fact that Allah cannot resurrect people. Allah comes again. قال إن كنتم في ريب من البعث. Now, if you suspect that, look, the answer is still continuing. فإنا خلقناكم من تراب. I created you out of the what? Out of the dust, out of the clay, whatever you say, out of the mud, because all of the things are the same thing. Only they change from one situation to what? You see the dust, when you put a water in it, it become what? It become a mud, right? When it gets frozen, it become a clay, but it's the same material. قالوا هذه بداية الخلق. Sayyidina Adam is the one who was created of what? Of a dust. قال ولذلك قال ثم من نطفة. التراب يرجع إلى آدم. تراب يرجع إلى آدم. When they say we are made of a dust, it's referring to our father. But we are made of what? Of nutfa. وذلك قال ثم من نطفة. Now you are created of a sperm. Okay? This sperm, it takes time. ثم من علقة. Then this test, it turns a what? علقة is a blood. A blood is forming. And from that stage, it forms into another type of blood that's called mudghah. But that is even stronger. Al-mudghah is, mudghah. Mudghah is a stage between the blood and the bone. You will find it when you try to eat it, it's very, you can easily cut it by your what? By your teeth. It's not المضغة. subhanallah. قال قال مضغة. قال a morsel of a cloth. المهم ما هي المضغة؟ المضغة المضغة تور. It's a stage of what? Of a human body being what? Being formed. Okay? That's why he said مخلقة وغير مخلقة. Sometimes it's formed, it takes a human form. There is a head, there is a what? There's a hand, there's a what? But sometimes it doesn't take that. That's why you see some ladies, when they miscarriage, you see only a hand or a head, not a human, not what? A human form. Okay? sometimes you do not see a human form. The miscarriage could happen. The creation has happened already, but it did not form as a human. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قَالَ مُخَلَّقَ وَغَيْرُ مُخَلَّقَ. Okay? لِنُبَيِّنَ لَكُمْ. Subhanallah. For us to explain to you, وَنُقِرُّ فِي الْأَرْحَامِ مَا نَشَاءُ. Subhanallah. Yani, Allah will put in the womb what He wants. You will see, do you know how many semens go without getting into the millions. Scholars say that. Millions. Sometimes couple could stay for a year. None of them get into ar-rahim, right? Millions. But sometimes, wallahi, they say it's small, and this scientifically they know it's better. It's a small place, and they come in millions, but maybe one or two will get in. Look at the hikmah of Allah subhanahu wa. Because if you have 3 or 4 getting in, then she has to have 3 or 4 babies. It will be what? Very difficult. But sometimes it happens, right? We have seen here women having 3, 4, 5, 6, even 9. Wallahi, I have seen all of this. ولكن كل هذه بقدرة الله. قال ونقر, and he goes back to himself. ونقر في الأرحام ما نشاء إلى أجل مسمى. To a date that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. The pregnancy could be what? It could be 6 what? 6 months. It could be 7. It could be 8. It could be even 2 years. Some yes, pregnancy could be even what? 2 years. They said Imam Malik stayed in the belly of his mother for what? For 2 years. And we have families like that. If you're unlucky, you marry one of those, any child you're waiting for will be what? It will be 2 years before the baby comes out. Wallahi. Could be 2 years. It could be 2 years. So, قال ونقر في الأرحام إلى ثم what happened after that? You see this ayah is always talking about thumma. There is no wa. Right? Why? لأن ثم تعني التراخي والتأخر. ثم takes time. Anything that takes time, we use ثم in Arabic. الفاء بمعنى التعقيب. الفاء in Arabic, it happened very quickly. But ثم takes what? This is why Prophet sallallahu, there's a one hadith, إن أحدكم ليجمع خلقه في بطن أمه 40 ثم يكون علقة مثل ثم يكون. There's a one hadith, wallahi, they say this is one of the best hadiths that explain the stages in which a human being is born. And we know after 1 month, after 4 months, this human being is a complete what? Human being. والعلماء وضعوا عليها أحكاما كثيرة بعد 4 أشهر. After 4 months, there are so many hukum. They say life is breathed into what? Into what? But can you avoid the baby before that? No. Unless you find that the mother's health is what? Is more, is at stake. It's in danger. Now he comes back. قال ثم يخرجكم. Now we come as a baby. ثم لتبلغوا يعني تبلغوا. Now you become as a man. Now you are mature. ومنكم من يتوفى. Even before that, some people will die. That's why there is no time for dying. People die at any age. He was 10 years, he died. He was 6 months, he died. He was 18, he's what? He was 20, young, he's what? 21, he's 30, he was 40, he was 50. He was 60, he died. He was lucky, he went up to 80, but he what? He died. ثم إلى أجل مسمى ومنكم من يرد إلى أرذل العمر. Subhanallah. And some of us will go what? Until what? يذهب إلى أرذل العمر. ماذا قال العلماء فيما قال أخسه وأخسه أخس العمر. You get to a point where life becomes so difficult for you. You go to the bottom again. After you have been what? Up. يُسَابُ بِالْخَرَفِ. You start to forget. Okay? Just like the famous guy is doing now. Yeah, he called Zelensky Putin, and Putin what? Zelensky. Huh? You know, Subhanallah. Said so. Subhanallah. Look, and they said Subhanallah. يُسَابُ بالخرف. ولذلك قال تعالى ومن نعمره ننكسه فيه. Everybody want to live longer, but it comes with what? With a price. Sometimes you forget everything. The brain is tired. قال ومنكم من يرد إلى لماذا؟ لكي لا يعلم من بعد علم والله, so that he becomes ignorant after knowledge. Subhanallah. Allahu Akbar. Look at this, how human being is. As a matter of fact, we all have a body clock. The body clock for our body. That when this time is up, it's time to die. Okay? Even the Ummah has a time. We have a span of time. The Ummah, every Ummah. Now we are averaging between 60 and what? And 70. Some of us are very lucky to go even beyond what? Beyond that. Beyond 70. Okay? But time of Sayyidina Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, people used to age up to what? 1,000 years. Sayyidina Adam. If we were talking about being primitive, being everything, Sayyidina Adam went up to 1,000 years. There's no technology, there's no what? There's nothing. Why? لماذا؟ لماذا كانوا يعمرون؟ لماذا كانوا يعمرون؟ Why they used to live this long? لكل أمة أجل. Every ummah has his own average age. And we are the most advanced ummah. But how can we live less than the previous what? No, we have to explain that. It's not technology. قال تعالى لكل أمة أجل. People get old today at age 50. Although they have what? Everything, right? We have everything. We have vitamins, we have food, we have comfort, we have everything. We're supposed to live 200, 300, 400 years. How come we are living 50 years? لكل أمة أجل. نعم. قال وترى الأرض هامدة. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes again to show us how we can be resurrected. He said, look, an example of that. دلالة قوية على البعث فقال هامدة يعني يابسة. You go sometimes, you find the earth, this ground is dry. There is no any sign of life, right? Just like summertime, for example. قال, what happened? فإذا أنزلنا عليها الماء. When the water comes, the water brings life. اهتزت. Now the movement has what? Started. وربت بمعنى علت. Then it comes up again. Then you will see the trees are coming. The greenery is here. Subhanallah. And قال فإذا أنزلنا عليها الماء اهتزت وربت, right? وأنبتت من كل زوج بهيج. Now every beautiful. الزوج هنا قالوا بمعنى اللون. الزوج بمعنى اللون. الزوج, we know زوج, something that is double. It has a female part and what? A male part. But here he said it is a color. Then you will see one of the miracle of Allah. These plants and trees have different what? Different colors. Not only that, but they have different what? Different taste. قال يسقى بماء واحد ونفضل بعضها على بعض في الأكل. they are being irrigated by the same water, but the taste is different, right? Some of them have a sugar taste, some of them have a salty taste, some of them have a bitter taste like a pepper. It's very hard, but the taste is what? والله هذه من حكم الله سبحانه وتعالى. قال ونفضل بعضها على بعض في الأكل. قال ذلك. And when you see that, this will show us that we are going to be resurrected too. Just like this ground had no any sign of life, and all of a sudden the life is breathing into it. Okay? قال ذلك بأن الله هو الحق. The real truth is Allah. The fact that Allah is there is the reason why we are here. يعني حقيقة الحياة هي الله، لأن حياتنا متعلقة بحياة الله سبحانه وتعالى. ذلك بأن الله هو الحق وأنه يحيي الموتى وأنه على كل شيء قدير. And why he's connecting that to الساعة. وأن الساعة لا ريب فيها. وأن الساعة آتية. That wallahi, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying the day of judgment is coming. لا ريب لا شك فيها. There's no doubt about it. Nobody should doubt the coming of Al-Qiyam. Now you have a lot of intellectual atheists. They are at even high universities who are atheists, who do not believe in what? Yeah, they don't believe in the resurrection. They think people, وقالوا إن هي إلا حياتنا الدنيا نموت ونحيا وما نحن بمبعوثين. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وأن الساعة آتية لا ريب فيها. وأن الله, look at this, وأن الله يبعث من في القبور. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to resurrect people. هذه عقيدتنا. هذه عقيدتنا. This is what we believe in. Allah has proved it so many times, because He has ordered people to die, and they were what? They were resurrected. He has made people sleep for over 300 years, and they woke up, right? Well, as a matter of fact, you also sleep every day. You are between life and death, and you wake up and what? Subhanallah. ولذلك يقول العلماء قال الحمد لله الذي أحيانا بعد أن أماتنا وإليه النشور. قال ومن الناس من يجادل في الله بغير علم ولا هدى. The same person. Another bin Harith. This scholar said this was revealed to him. But again, أسباب النزول, as we said here many times, ماذا قال العلماء؟ القاعدة في أسباب النزول أن العبرة بعموم اللفظ لا بخصوص السبب. العبرة بعموم اللفظ لا بخصوص السبب. This is what we have to believe in. Nobody will say, well, this was revealed in Nadr ibn Haris, it doesn't apply to me. No. Quran is revealed, Asbabun Nuzul are there. It could be revealed for one person's case, but if anything similar comes on that case, we will still have to use it. So what the scholar said. Nobody will say was particular to him. ولذلك كان الصحابة يقولون لقد نزل فينا خاصة ولكم عامة. It was revealed unto us particularly, but it is for all of us. So whoever doesn't believe in Allah and dispute him بغير علم, you have no knowledge, ولا هدى, with no guidance, and you don't have any book that is enlightening you, which means who believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not resurrect. قال ثاني عطفه. العطف, they say in Arabic, العطف هو الجانب. ثاني عطفه. يعني لوى بجانبيه. This is turning his back. Okay? They said العطف in Arabic بمعنى أها. لو قل when we say فلان ينظر في أعطافه أي في جوانبه. It's like turning his back. Okay? Why? ليضل عن سبيل الله. So that he will deter people from the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. له في الدنيا خزي. الخزي هنا بمعنى الموت. He will have a death in this dunya because this man was killed in Ghazwat Badr. Some people were so filthy, they were so bad. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Uqtuluhu walau wajadtumuhu ala astar al-Kaaba." Even if you find him hanging on the walls of Al-Kaaba, kill him. That's how bad he is. That's how bad they are. Some of these people, they used to curse prophets. They used to curse him. I mean, they launched a big campaign against him. لا خير فيهم. This is one of them. Another Ibn al-Harith. قال ونذيقه you see قال له في الدنيا خزي ونذيقه يوم القيامة عذاب الحريق. And subhanallah, the man, a human being is in dunya, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell you that you are ending up in Jahannam. What a worse thing. There's nothing worse than that. This happened to some people. Like who? Abu Lah and his wife. And who? Fir'aun. And who? Abu Jahl, yes. There are some ayat that were revealed against Abu Jahl. Not directly. Just like, it's not like Tabbat Yada Abu Lah. But he forgot one person. Who else? Whom were informed in this dunya that they end up who? Abu Lahab and his wife, Al-Walid bin Al-Mughira, the father of Khalid bin Al-Walid. قال سنسليه سقر وما أدراك لا تبقي ولا. That is about him. You say, and this guy, another Ibn Harith, قال تعالى له في الدنيا خزي ونذيق يوم القيامة عذاب الحريق. هذا لا خير فيه. This man has no anything good about him. Okay? قال ذلك بما قدمت يداك. Why you are being cast into the hellfire of what you have done. وأن الله ليس بظلام لي. Allah doesn't wrong anyone. Now, قال ومن الناس من يعبد الله على. And this is what we have. A lot of people are like this. You know, a man came to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, Prophet, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I can get money, can get children, get a lot of wealth, okay? If that is, I become Muslim, okay? Allah get him. And when he became poor, he said, no, that was not my condition, okay? They said again that there was a Jewish person. He had money, had wealth. When he became Muslim, he became poor. His money is gone. He said, no, this faith is what? Some people على حرف بمعنى على شرط. Some people have condition. Wallah, this happened in life. You know how many people turn their back from Allah because they become what? No, they become poor. In asabahu khairun, itma'anna bi. Wallah, some people, as long as everything is going okay, mashallah, is a good person, he comes to the masjid, he gives sadaqah, and when the things start going, he lost his job and he start coming, he start giving, he said, no. لأنه يعبد الله على شرط أن تكون له الرخاء. Always. Some people even had condition to Prophet. Prophet, if Allah give me what I want, I will be a good Muslim. you know. But when things start getting bad, he said, "This, I'm not lucky with Islam." Then he goes back. What? Wallahi, that's very bad. It is very, very, very bad. Allah can test you. The very day you become a Muslim, things start getting harder and harder, and what? It's testing you. So that if you survive the test, he will turn the tide. That's like he did to Sayyidina Ayub alayhi salatu wa salam. Ayub was very rich. He was very rich. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he lost his children. They're all dead. He lost his wealth. Gone. He became sick. He was even smelling very bad. The city asked him to leave. And he left the town. Goes very far. A prophet. That he had a stronger iman. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala قال إِنَّا وَجَدْنَاهُ صَابِرًا نِعْمَ الْعَبْدُ إِنَّهُ. We get the things. Wallahi, I remember when I was a chaplain in a hospital. They call the clinical chaplaincy. You know, you have chaplain in prison, you have it in the army, and you have it in a hospital, right? It's called chaplain. It's an Islamic, it's a Jewish chaplain, you have a Muslim chaplain, you have what? Yeah. So I was rehearsing, we were training. I found a guy, the Jewish guy. I said, he lost his mind, he became a criminal. I said, what happened? He said, listen, I'm not religious anymore. I don't want anything. I lost my father and my sister in the same day. I said, God, that's enough for me. That's it. There is no relationship between me and God anymore. How could God do two things to me at the same time? No. That's what happened. It becomes so difficult for some people. But it happens, you know, so that you can get a فَلَا تَعْبُدُ اللَّهَ عَلَى حَرْفٍ. Wallahi, if Allah takes from you, give it. If things become difficult, stay the way you are. Even enhance your life concerning ibadah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will pay you back. لا تعبد الله على حرف. They said حرف بمعنى الشرط. قال فإن أصابه خير اطمأن به. MashaAllah, as long as things are good, he's happy. Right? وإن أصابته فتنة. When fitna happened, يعني فتنة المال والولد. If anything happened that will take away his children, his wife, his wealth, his position, انقلب على وجهه. He turned and tied. But this man is a loser. قال تعالى خسر الدنيا والآخرة. ذلك هو الخسران المبين. That's real loss. قال يدعو من دون الله. Now, when he comes, he goes back to the worship of idols. They said, I'm not lucky with what? One of our sister. That's why children have to learn this ayah. This happened in England. He's from Bangladesh, by the way. And he had some trouble. But she had a sister. She had a friend, an English friend, a Christian. So I'm going through this and this. They told him, maybe you are worshiping the wrong God. This is why you what? This is why you got me these problems. I said, yeah, maybe you're right. Then she turned to what? She turned to Christianity. And this poor guy from Bangladesh, he's a Muslim, is troubled now. The matter was, she said, if you come home, I'm going to kill you. It got so bad. So, no, it's subhanallah. When your children are growing, they have to grow with aqidah. They have to grow bil-iman, khayrihi wa bil-qada'i khayrihi wa sharrih. They have to know this. But if this kind of problems find them in a situation that there is nothing inside to support them, what's going to happen? ينقلب على وجهه فيكون خاسرا للدنيا والآخرة. Now let's say this man has turned back to the idols. قال تعالى يدعو من دون الله ما لا يضره ينفع. Then you go to worship something that doesn't help you in anything. It doesn't even hurt you. قال ذلك هو الضلال البعيد. That's a real loss. This man, subhanallah, wallahi, this ayat applies to a lot of people. Some people don't want poverty in their life. But as long as things are good, he can give sadaqah, he can pray, alhamdulillah. But when things start going south, then he said, hey, I'm not expecting this. That's like those companions who came and gave a condition to prophets. Prophet asked Allah, I will get a horse, I will get a garden. That was their wealth at that time. He said, if everything's fine, then I will become a good Muslim. But everything has to keep going bad. By what? There's no iman in that. لأنه لا فتنة فيه لا اختبار فيه. Remember, the Sahaba were tested a lot. They were tested with many things. قال ذلك هو قال يدعو. This man is going to worship. لمن ضره أقرب من نفعه. They say the idols, they even harm you more than they what? They help you. لبئس المولى. Oh, what is the Mawla is the worst that you have had. ولبئس العشير. The one who is, MashaAllah. قال ولبئس الايه؟ ولبئس العشير يعني المعاشر والصاحب والخليل. The one that is with you all the time, what we call al-mu'ashir, yu'ashiruka. But you have the worst companion. Who is this idol that you worship. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes and tell us, قال إن الله يدخل الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات. Wallah, this is a promise that Allah will get those who believe in the day of judgment. Al-Jannah, قال جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار. إن الله يفعل ما يريد. Sometimes he says, إن الله يحكم ما يريد. Sometimes he says, إن الله يفعل ما يريد. Allah does what he wants. And nobody asks Allah, why are you doing this? لا يسأل عما يفعل وهم. Anyone, if I come here now and took something and I destroy this building, but by the time they have there's somebody behind me, my hand behind me. But if the hurricane comes here now, who's going to say, God, why did you do this? No, nobody. Yes, nobody will do anything. And Allah يفعل ما يريد. And Allah يتحكم في هذا الكون. Allah controls this and he does what he wants. Okay? Now, قال إن الله يفعل ما يريد. Now, this is a قال من كان يظن. This is هذا الذي استشكل عليه هذه الآية. من كان يظن أن لن ينصره الله في الدنيا والآخرة فليمدد بسبب إلى السماء ثم ليقطع فلينظر هل يذهبن كيده ما يغيظ. If you think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't help his prophet, you are wrong. That's what it means. If you think he doesn't help his prophet, you are wrong. Then the scholars went everywhere. And I want everybody, Ibrahim and Umar, and go and do your homework on this ayah, inshallah. And Sheikh, you come back to me. But the summarize of this, if you think من كان يظن أن لن ينصره الله في الدنيا بمعنى بأن الله ناصر عبده. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to help. Wallahi, ultimately, everything that is happening, if this faith is the truth, this person is going to prevail. Let me tell you that. Everything that is happening, they ever will do whatever. But this is the final revelation. There's nothing that represents Allah on earth today except what? Except Islam, except Quran. This ummah is the final. They have to know that. And they know that. It's a matter of fact. So whatever happened, the tribulation, قال إنا لننصر رسلنا. Look how many التوكيد he has here. إنا للتأكيد والتوكيد واللام لي وجاء بفعل المضارع مما يدل على الاستمرار. إنا لننصر رسلنا والذين آمنوا في الحياة الدنيا ويوم يقوم الأشهاد. I am going to help my prophets and the believers. So it's a glad tidings for us. من كان يظن أن لن ينصره الله لم يقل في الآخرة فقط، قال في الدنيا فليمدد بسبب إلى السماء ثم ليقطع فلينظر هل يذهبن كيده ما. Like I told you, whatever, if you think he is not going to help his prophet, you are wrong. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to help his prophets, and helping his prophets, we also as a ummah, we are going to be what? Help. Wallahi, there is one ayah, I always say this, it's Surat Al-Anfal. قال تعالى, think about this ayah very carefully. قال إن الذين كفروا ينفقون أموالهم ليسدوا عن سبيل الله وسينفقونها ثم تكون عليهم حسرة ندامة ثم يغلبون. Thank you very much. Look at this ayah. Look at this ayah very carefully. Wallahi, you know, I called my teacher, the one who helped me with my masters and all of this. I said, I wanted to know his insight. I wanted to know his. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر، الله أكبر، لا إله إلا الله. You see, when you see the suffering in Gaza and you feel sorry for them, those people do not feel the pain like we think they what? They do. No, they don't. I don't know if you understand what I mean. هؤلاء شهداء عند الله. They don't feel the pain that we think they die. But the pain is not as painful as we think. هذه حكم الله في الشهداء. هذا حكم الله في الشهداء. It feels like when you took a razor and what? You cut yourself. That's how they feel. They die, that's right. They go through a lot, but they don't feel the pain that the world think they are. They are. Yes, that's what it is. So it's a glad tidings for us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَكَذَلِكَ أَنزَلْنَاهُ آيَاتٍ بَيِّنَاتٍ. He told me, I just what told you now. This is what he I was asking him about, sometime to know how things are happening, you go back to your teacher. Hafiz ibn al-Qayyim used to know that. When you have difficult things, they all go to Ibn Taymiyyah. And so that, because sometimes life becomes so complicated that you have no explanation of it, right? You don't know why things are happening and why they're happening this way. Now you have people who are accusing anybody. They should no. You go when even the Sahaba. ماذا قال علي رغم شجاعته قال كنا إذا حمي الوطيس لجأنا إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه. When the battle is heating up, the time they all go to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Look at this. So when things get complicated, we don't know the answer for so many questions, you go to a scholar. And wallahi, even at that time, because Ibn Taymiyyah lived the time of, the Genghis Khan and Mughal, who destroyed Baghdad. It was a difficult time that we are living now. Yeah, there's our time is called Genghis Khan, the Mongol time. They destroyed our civilization. They went to Baghdad, they killed everyone, they killed over 1 million. They killed all Baghdad, including the Khalifa. They caught the Khalifa and fold him, put him in a carpet, and what? And tie the carpet and throw it to what? Into the sea. That's a respect for you. It was a big fitna. So we went through a lot. We as Muslims. But this army, who defeated them? Egyptians. Asl Mamalik. Because they wanted to, after they destroy Baghdad and they destroy Egypt, from Egypt they go to Maghrib, Morocco, destroy Maghrib. Islam is what? That's what they wanted. But you know what Egyptians did? They preempted them. The Mongol had a psychological warfare. They didn't fight all these wars. They used to tell people, listen, you're going to lose anyway, so you better surrender. Okay? But if you surrender, they come and they kill all of you. Why don't you fight? It was psychological warfare. So when they send a message, the Mamalik used Saifuddin Quds. That was the king of it was the Amir of that time. And Zahar Berbes. Yes, when they went to Egypt, the messenger who went with the message, they killed him. And at that time, whenever you do that, that's a declaration of what? Of war. But the Egyptians didn't stop there. They preempted them. That's why the battle didn't take in Egypt. It went to Palestine. They preempted them. They were not prepared and destroyed the army of Genghis Khan. That was the end of the Mughal. You see? So it's not the first time that we are going through all of this. But there's always a good news that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, إن الله إنا لننصر رسلنا والذين آمنوا. Okay? قال إن الذين I think time has so we will stop at this ayah. وكذلك أنزلناه آيات بينات. I would like to talk to you with إن الذين آمنوا والذين هادوا. This comes a lot in the Al-Quran Al-Karim. إن الذين آمنوا والذين هادوا والصابئين والنصارى والمجوس والذين. Why is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala referring to all of these people, the different denominations, and what it means really? Inshallah. Barakallahu fikum. And you have one question?